Namaste, and welcome to the 12 days of yoga practice. This is a special offering in the month of December. Every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday between now and December 20th, I'll be offering a short 30-minute practice right here on the YouTube channel. So welcome. Take a comfortable seat. You can turn your thigh bones in and then lengthen your tail down. Join your index fingers and thumbs together and place your palms face down in your lap. Align your palate over your pelvis and close your eyes. Begin to breathe deeply. Bring your breath all the way down to the base of your lungs. And as you inhale, fill your lungs up, fill your body with light, with energy, and with a feeling of joy as we enter the holiday season. We want to feel joyous. We want to feel happy. Really, this is one of our ultimate goals. We want to experience life in a positive way. We set our intentions to feel joyous, to celebrate every moment. Let's bring our palms together in front of the heart and we'll chant an Om together. Take a breath in. Om. Release your hands down, gently open up your eyes. We're going to start in a table pose today. So come to an all fours position and place your hands right underneath your shoulders. Bring your knees right back underneath your hips. Take a breath and lengthen through your side ribs and then melt your heart down between your shoulder blades. Soften and open to feeling more joyous this month of December. And then press your thigh bones back, lift your sitting bones up towards the sky, start to arch your low back in a little bit, lift your chest, look up. With your exhalation, round into cat, draw your tailbone down, lift your belly in and up, tuck your chin. And inhale, thighs back, reach your heart forward, look up. Exhale, tailbone comes in, spine rounds. Bow your head. Go back and forth a few times, moving with your breath. Flowing between cat and cow. Just a way to start to wake up your spine and feel the life force energy, the prana flowing up and down the central channel of your spine. And let's imagine that energy is joy bubbling up today. And then the next time that you come forward, just find a neutral place in the middle and step your right foot up. And you can bring your hands on the inside of your foot. And if you need a little more space, then you can put blocks underneath your hands. You're going to start to move your hips front to back a few times to awaken your hips and your hamstrings a little bit and start to get a bit of a quadricep stretch on your back leg. Moving with the breath, the inhalation can take you forward. And then as you exhale, shift backward. One more time, shift back. And then come to the center and switch sides. Take the right knee down, step your left foot up to the outside of your hands. And again, inhale, move your hips forward and down. Exhale, press your pelvis back. Start to straighten your left leg on the way back. It might not straighten all the way. And feel how moving your body in this kind of relatively easy, comfortable manner can awaken the joy inside of you, the joy of embodiment. Like, we don't need anything else really to make ourselves be happy. Just remembering that, you have a body that can move and that you have a beautiful spirit inside. This can be enough. All right, come back to the center and bring your left knee back down. Place your hands mindfully now. Align the centers of your wrists as wide apart as the outsides of your shoulders. So your hands are fairly wide on your mat. The creases of your wrists are parallel to the front edge of your mat, and you have a gentle spread through your fingers. Firm your arms, pull up from the earth, up into the shoulders, and invite your heart to melt down. And take your knees back a couple more inches so you have a little more space. Turn your toes under and lift up into downward facing dog pose. Pull into the heart from your hands and from your feet. Draw energy into the heart space. And then from your heart, expand out. Push the floor. Push your sitting bones up towards the sky. You can even bend your knees some and turn the pelvis so your sitting bones lift. And then reach your heels and the base of your shins back and down towards the floor. They don't have to touch. They're just reaching back. And then expand joyfully from your heart. Push into your fingertips. And from the heart, lift up through your sitting bones and reach back through your feet. Connect back to the earth through the feet. Take a few breaths in downward facing dog. And even though it might feel challenging, can you access a hint of joy that your body can move in this way? Good. And then exhale. Bring your knees back down. Return to table pose. All right. We're going to work on, since it's 12 days of yoga, we're going to work towards 12 poses inspired somewhat by the song, The 12 Days of Christmas. So today we're going to work towards partridge pose and tree pose. Partridge in a pear tree, you know, because I'm just silly like that. All right, so take your right leg back behind you. Roll your thigh in so your toes aren't pointing out to the side, but they're facing down towards the earth. Stretch your spine forward. Just create a lot of length. You can pull your belly in and up, but melt the heart down. Reach out. Want to make this a little more challenging? Take your opposite arm forward. Left arm reaches forward. You find your balance there. Good. And then place your hand down. Keep your leg up. Now bend the right knee. Move your left hand over to the left a little bit more so you can put more weight on it. And then reach back with your right hand for your right foot. Just getting a little quad stretch here. And then push your foot up towards the sky. Try to turn your chest now straight ahead. And breathe in this kind of half dancer pose on your knee. Good. And then release. Come back to center. Other side. Take your left leg up behind you. Roll your thigh in. Engage your ribs. Pull the bottom ribs up towards your spine. And then stretch your right arm out. Hug the midline. Hug in to the center. And then from the center, expand with joy. Reach back through your left foot. Reach forward through your right fingertips. And then keep your left leg up. Bring your right hand down. Move it a little farther out to the right. Bend the left knee. And then reach back with your left hand for your foot. Push your foot up towards the sky. And expand fully. Feel your heart opening. Shoulders back. Good. And release. Knees down, hands down. Let's go to child's pose. Take your knees a little bit wider. Bring your big toes together. Sit back. Again, we got another little quad stretch here. You can bring your elbows down, forehead down. If your forehead doesn't come all the way to the floor, stack your arms and rest your forehead on your arms. Enjoy a couple of breaths in child's pose. Good. And then gently come on up. We'll come all the way up to stand. To standing well, place your feet right underneath your hip bones. Spread your toes and align your feet so they're parallel, so they don't turn out. They're just neutral. From the middle of your ankle to the base of your second toe makes parallel lines there. Then firm your legs, hug them in towards each other. Take your hands to your waist. Move the tops of your thighs back. And then draw the tailbone down. That creates stability and balance in your pelvis. Then inhale, fill your body with the light of the universe. Roll your shoulders back and bring your arms down, hands by your sides. You can turn palms forward for a moment. Align your palate, upper palate over your pelvis. Then move with the breath. We'll do a little bit of sun breath. So as you inhale, stretch your arms out to your sides and up overhead. Hands can stay shoulders distance apart or palms can touch. And then exhale, release your arms gently back down. We'll bring the hands to heart center. Continue. Inhale, reach out and up. You can even look up. And then exhale, press out with your palms. Bring the hands back to your heart. Do that a few more times. Move and flow with your breath. Keep your legs nice and firm. So we keep engaging the muscles. You can even lift and spread your toes to help engage your muscles in your legs. Good. And then release. Toes down. Next time you inhale, reach your arms up, interlace your fingers, and turn your palms up towards the ceiling or the sky. Root down from your pelvis, press down into your feet, and then joyfully rise up from the pelvis, up through your heart, up through your arms, out through the fingers and the wrists. And then exhale, take a little side bend over to your right. Stay grounded in your feet, press down. And feel that joy bubbling up from the pelvis to the heart, to your shoulders, to your hands. Inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, side bend to your left. Press into the feet and lengthen up. Inhale, return to the middle. And exhale, release your arms down. Good. So let's move right into tree pose, Vrksasana. And if you'd like something to hold on to, you can grab onto a wall or a piece of furniture. Or you can practice tree working on your balance without holding on. So we'll start by balancing on your right foot. So spread the toes of your right foot. Feel 4 corners of your right foot firmly connecting to the earth. That would be the mound of your big toe, the inner edge of your heel, the mound of your little toe, and the outer edge of your heel. And then pull up from the arch of the foot, pull up through your quads, all the way up into the core of your pelvis. We'll take the left knee out to the side, and depending on your experience, you can keep your big toe on the floor. That helps with the balance. You can bring your leg up onto the calf or all the way up to your thigh. Pick a point on the floor to look at about 5 or 6 feet in front of you. We'll bring palms together in front of the heart in this mudra called Anjali. Anjali is the mudra of offering, and we offer our joy out into the world today. So pull in and up, draw energy up into the core of your pelvis, and then from the core of your pelvis, push down through all 4 corners of your right foot. And then rise up from the core of the pelvis, lift up through the crown of your head, take the heads of your arm bones back, and enjoy your breath, and enjoy this beautiful tree pose. And then exhale, release your hands, step your foot down. All right, let's go to the second side. So spread the toes of your left foot. Again, feel those 4 corners of your foot, how they connect to the ground. Shift your weight over, bend your right knee. Big toe can stay on the floor, foot to calf, or reach down, pull your foot up onto your thigh. Hug in. So to keep your foot from sliding down, you have to squeeze your leg against your foot as you push your foot into your leg. You can take the tops of your thighs back, Draw your tailbone forward, root down from your pelvis into all four corners of your left foot. Lift up, rise up, expand, grow your tree. And if you'd like to unfurl your branches, you can reach your arms out and up. Stay with your breath. Keep your eyes focused on one non-moving point. We hug in, we expand out, we grow, we lift, shine out joyfully today. And release your arms down, step your foot down. Come back to mountain pose. Let's have palms just facing your legs and close your eyes. Reconnect to your breath. Sometimes when we practice the balancing pose like tree, you may tend to hold your breath. So let it come back. Regroup. Good. All right, so we're going to come back down to the mat now, and we'll come to a tall kneeling position for gate pose. And if you need extra padding under your knees, just put a blanket under your knees. And then take your right leg out to the side and align your right foot so it's parallel to the short edge of your mat. Bring your hands to your hips and level the hips here. Draw in from your feet, pull in and up into the core of your pelvis. Move your inner thighs back, and then root the tailbone down. With a deep breath, lift up through your sides, take the heads of your arm bones back, and then reach your left arm up by your ear. We're going to slide over and stretch to the right. So where you put your right hand, you don't want to jam it onto your knee, either up on the thigh or if you can reach down below your knee. And from your pelvis, you send energy down to the earth through your legs and through your feet. But then we want to lift and expand with joy. Lift your heart. Reach out through your fingers. And then inhale, come up. Good. Switch sides. Take the left leg out. Level your hips. If your foot is too close to you, your hip's not going to level. This hip's going to lift up. So you might have to take a little wider stance, but you want to align the center of your pelvis pretty much in the middle. Okay? Thighs back, tailbone comes in. Rise up, shoulders back, reach your right arm. And as you exhale, we slide over, side bend, feeling the expansion all through your right waist, your right rib cage. You're rooting down into your foundation, but with joy, rise up. Enjoy your breath. Then inhale, come back to center. Good. Bring the left leg in. And then just sit back on your feet for a moment. You can tuck your toes under. Bring hips to ankles or heels. You get a little stretch again in the quads, and you get to stretch the soles of your feet. So we're going to try a few variations now of the partridge pose, Kapinjalasana. These are variations. We won't do the full pose. It's very challenging. But we will start back in our gate position. So come on back to gate. And we'll take the right leg out to the side. Inhale, both arms up this time. And now exhale, take your left hand down to the floor. Right hand can come to your hip and glide that right leg in a little bit and then lift it up. Bend your right knee and reach back with your hand and hold the top of your foot. Good. And then press your foot back, push your thigh back, take your shoulders back, lift your chin, curl back. Little baby partridge pose here. And feel the openness across the front of your belly, your hips, your chest. Keep rooting down and then expand. Let that joy bubble up through your body. Good. Release your leg down and then inhale, rise up. Very nice. Let's try the other side. All right, so left leg comes out, hug in. Inhale, reach up with your arms. And then exhale, right hand down, left hand to your waist. Lift your left leg up. Good. Bend your knee, hold on to the top of your foot. and then push your foot back. You can move your thighs back, but scoop your tailbone and really root down into the supporting leg. Take the heads of your arm bones back, lift your chin, and we get a nice little back bend here. In the back bends, the heart and the front body expand fully. Reach back, curl back, look up. Ah, beautiful. And then release, bring your foot back down to the floor. And inhale, come up. Bring your knee in. And again, let's go to child's pose here. Separate your knees, big toes together. Bring your head down. Rest. And then gently come back up. Place your hands and come back to table. And let's try this in kind of a downward dog position. We'll go for it, okay? So take your knees back, tuck your toes under, turn your sitting bones up towards the sky, melt the heart, little scoop of the tailbone, and then take your knees up. Okay, so for this variation, you're going to turn to the outer edge of your right foot. And let's just step the left foot forward for now, like a Vrksasana. Bring your right hand to your hip. Take your shoulders back. Sorry, that's your left hand. Left hand to your hip. Shoulders back. Reach up. Little Vrksasana kickstand variation here. Good. And now take the front leg and just step it behind you. Turn the heart up towards the sky. Good. Pull from your right foot and your right hand towards each other. Turn the heart up and then see if you can lift your left foot off the floor and catch it with your left hand just for a moment. Maybe. There it goes. This is very challenging. And then release back down. Downward dog. Come down and rest. Child's pose before we go to the second side. And if your foot, doesn't come off the floor, then you stay in that kind of open position. Okay, I'm going to turn to the second side. All right, let's try one more. Lift up, downward dog. Turn to the outer edge of your left foot. So you're on the little toe edge of the foot there. Step your right foot forward for Vrksasana prep. Take the shoulders back. Reach up. So when you're in this pose, you got to really hug in to lift your hips up. Take the thighs back, scoop your tail, shoulders back. Turn the heart up towards the sky. And then step your right foot around to the back. You can turn even more. And we feel that rising joy lifting up through the heart space. You can stay right here and celebrate. Or if you want a little more challenge, try to lift your foot. Hold your foot with your hand. Press it back. Ah, good. And then return, downward dog. Woo. And child's pose once again. Sit back, relax, rest. All right, so that was the partridge in the pear tree. Let's come down onto your back, please, and we will wrap up this 30-minute practice. So come on down, hug your knees into your chest, and gently rock from side to side. Give your spine and hips a little massage on the floor. And then bring your feet down to the mat. Take your right leg, stretch it straight up, and clasp your hands behind your thigh. And press your thigh into your hand. So you're pushing your thigh forward, away from your head. That will bring a little arch into your low back. Take some deep breaths. And then switch sides. Take the left leg up, hands behind your thigh, press your leg into your hands. Get the lumbar curve in your spine. And breathe deeply. And with each breath, invite joy to rise up to your heart. And bring the left foot down. And let's do a really joyous pose, the happy baby. So bring your feet up. Hold on to the outer edges of your feet with your hands. If you can't reach your feet, you can hold your calves or even your thighs. But if you can hold the outer edges of the feet, that gives you something to push your feet up into, which is nice. Your knees can be wide here, about as wide as the outer rib cage, and your ankles align over your knees. Pull down with your arms, pull your shoulders down onto the mat, but then press your feet lightly up towards the ceiling. And think of the joy of a baby discovering their feet. Right? It's as simple as that. We have a body, we can create joy for ourselves. We can delight in this physical form. Now release your feet down. Let's take a few minutes for Shavasana. So stretch your legs out on the mat. Take your arms down by your sides, turn your palms face up, and close your eyes. And then release your muscles. Let yourself relax, settle. With each exhalation, see if you can let go of what stops you from feeling joyous, what holds you back from experiencing the joy of just being in the moment. With each inhalation, invite in that sense of peace and wellness and happiness and joy. Let go of tension and stress. Let your mind become quieter, steadier. Taking the time for Shavasana, even during, even after a very short practice, is important because it helps us to reset, to recharge, rejuvenate yourself. And part of the reason that, we're not experiencing the joy in life so much is that we're exhausted, we're stressed out. And so giving yourself a few minutes of quiet rest time can be so helpful. Begin now to wiggle your toes and fingers. Deepen your breath a little bit. And give yourself a big long stretch. Bring your legs together, reach your arms up overhead, lengthen out. And then when you're ready, bend your knees, roll to your side, make a pillow with your arms, and just rest on your side for a moment. Take a breath here to just enjoy lying on the floor. And then keep your legs as relaxed as you can as you come up to sit. Once you're seated, you can come to a cross-legged seat. Turn your thigh bones in and lengthen your tailbone down. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Bow your head. The moment of appreciation for yourself, for your body, for all the joy and pleasure that your body can bring for yourself. And then when we feel more happy, we can give of ourselves more to others. So I hope that these next 11 more days of our practice help you, feel a little more joyous, a little more rejuvenated, and hope we'll have some fun. All right, so I'll see you again on Thursday. Thank you so much, and namaste.